Well, we are back for another edition of the Borderland Blitz, sponsored by Southwest University. I'm Adrian Ochoa.
And I'm B. Martinez. We have reached week number 8. I can't believe it. Now, for some teams, time is running out with just 3 more weeks left in the regular season.
Yeah, that's right. Teams fighting to stay in the playoff hunt, but for others, they got their sights set on a district championship.
Right.
And that was the case in our game of the week, a battle for first place in District 1-6A between the Pebble Hill Spartans and the Eastwood Troopers.
We'll then turn our focus to District 1-4A Division 1, the only undefeated team left in El Paso this season. The Isleta Indians played host to the Lions, the Lions from Clint. And the Riverside Rangers tried to keep their district title hopes alive as they paid a visit to Mountain View High School tonight to take on the Lobos.
Well, here we go. Our game of the week for the second straight week. It featured those
Rightfully
Eastwood,
so.
yes, exactly, those Eastwood Troopers. Last week, Eastwood knocked off Franklin to remain undefeated in district play.
Yeah.
This week, they faced another team with the perfect district record, that being the Pebble Hill Spartans. So the winner of this game would take sole possession of first place in District 1-6A. To my old stomping grounds we go, Eastwood High. We did not have that cool stuff with the flares and stuff back in my day, but here we go. We had some good football, though. Pebble Hills quarterback Joe Fernandez with the back pass here, but Eastwood's Joe Diaz gets a mitt on it, forces the fumble there, and we are going the other way. Picked up by Eastwood's Roberto Ramirez with the scoop and score. That made it 7-3, Eastwood on top. Then right before the half, Eastwood's Kingston Jeffries with the big pass here to Jordan Nava, and Nava makes the catch. It was 14-6, Eastwood on top at the half. We go to the fourth quarter, it's still 14-6. Elijah Peña here for the Spartans, trying to get them closer on the keeper. And just like that, Pebble Hills, though, they're in the end zone, but they're not going to go for the extra point. They need 2 to tie this game, so they're going to go for a 2-point conversion, and they get it done with that pass to Noah Tarrant. Game tied at 14. Under 2 minutes to go in the game, Eastwood kicker Derek Mesa to try to break the deadlock. And it is good. Eastwood takes the 17-14 lead with just under 2 minutes to go. Last chance here for the Spartans on fourth down. Fernandez lays it out, but it is off the mark. So Eastwood gonna escape the win here with the final score 17-14 as the Troopers keep their perfect district record intact. 4-0 are those Troopers. Let's hear from Coach Julio Lopez and Mr. Jeffries.
It was a great game. We did not play well offensively, but our defense hung in there the entire time. Hey, play after play. Derek Messer hits a game winner after we had stalled out really all game. Our offense put together a drive. I just can't be more proud of these kids and these fans. These fans made a difference. It's nothing like playing a Trooper Stadium.
And all credit to our defense. They stepped up, played their best game of the year so far. I mean, all glory to God we did it. We need to finish the season, win district. We got this.
Eastwood lights up the scoreboard, but in this game, their defense got it done.
I know.
Yeah.
So last week, that's what I was thinking. Last week, defense did play their part, right? But it was more offense, really.
Yeah.
Kingston leading the pack really led them to the win. And this week, it's defense stepping up when they needed to the most. So big congrats to Coach Lopez and Jeffries and Messer with the big finish. Just big congrats to the troops.
Super clap. I got to do it. Those Troopers, they keep impressing the city for sure.
Okay, well, moving on, the Franklin Cougars were looking to bounce back after their first loss in district play. Tonight, they hit the road to the SAC to take on a Socorro team still in search of their first district win of the season. In the first quarter, the Bulldogs trying to make something shake on offense. Pass game just wasn't working for them, so they revert to their run game, but Franklin's defense just too much of a threat. Then in the second quarter, quarterback Lucas Garza with the handoff to star running back Ernie Powers, and Powers just doing what he does best. He makes it in the end zone by land. Franklin up 16-0 after the extra point. Then later we see a copy and paste. Garza connects with Powers for another touchdown on the ground. And Franklin, they top Socorro 52-7.
Good bounce back for those Cougars.
I know. And then right next door at SAC 1, it was the Coronado Thunderbirds taking on the Montwood Rams. Someone was going to pick up their first district win of the season in the second quarter here. Montwood fumbles the ball, almost gets recovered again by the Rams, and it looks like a fumble party here. Finally, the T-Birds, Sebastian Cureta, is there for the recovery, and he goes and touch to the crib. Then with less than 2 minutes, Coronado up 18-14 here on 1st and 10. Ben Wilson in at quarterback. He was QB1 last year, but he steps up as Westenberg is out due to an injury. Wilson turns to Christian Frescas. He picks up 6 yards. Then this duo makes it happen later in the drive with Frescas making it in the house. They go for the 2-point conversion, and the sophomore Christian Frias gets it easily to put them up 27-14. In Coronado, first district win here. Final score 48-35. A big shout out to Montwood. Over 600 yards of total offense. Quarterback Damian Briano had over 412, and then he also had 4 touchdowns. So yeah, still a great performance there by Montwood. Good fight. And quick shout out to Chris Gilmore, who I'm sure is a very familiar face to you all. He officiates every week during Friday Night Lights, and he got me this customized referee jersey. I guess I can say I'm part of the team now.
Yeah.
But yeah, big shout out to him. I guess I can wear that during a War of the Week.
When are we going to see you in action there, like repping some games?
I don't know about that. Listen, they do a lot of running back and forth.
Yeah.
I mean, we're walking down and forth all the time during these games, but they're running back and forth.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can do
Kudos
that.
to the officials. You know, they put in a lot of hard work as well. Turning to District 1-4A Division 1, the only El Paso team left undefeated are the Ysleta Indians, a perfect 6-0 record tonight. They look to make that 7 by paying a visit to Clint, taking on those Lions here. Lions walk down on the field here, and it's the quarterback sneak. The Lions on the board. Casala falls into the end zone for the first score there. The Lions would be unsuccessful on the extra point as it's 6-0 Clint. And after the Lions score, they would attempt an onside kick. Not going to work as the Indians, Gerardo catches the ball, and see you later, taking it to the crib there. And then Moreno on that 50 yards on that return. Indians going to answer. And it looks like we're going to have a shootout here at Hutchins Stadium. Coach is fired up. The Indians continue to roll. Garcia takes the snap and he's going to send a bomb to the wide open receiver there in Guzman. Touchdown Indians. It was 14-6, and I hope the ROTC is ready because I think they were in for a bunch of push-ups tonight. 43 of them to be exact, as Ysleta remains perfect on the season. 43-12 was the final. Congratulations to head coach Joe Martinez and those Indians.
Well, let's send things over to Rishi Oza. Rishi, where did you end up tonight?
He was all over, I guess.
Yeah, it was all over. I have hit my driving quota for the year today. A couple of District 1-4A Division 1 matchups at Mountain View and at San Elizario. We're going to start at Mountain View High School. They were hosting the Riverside Rangers. Let's take a moment to look at these Mountain View jerseys, though. I love the little pink outline on the numbers for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I got to this game when Rangers were up 7-0, and they're trying to make it more. Derek Armandariz gets the handoff, breaks a couple tackles, gets into the end zone. That would make it 14-0 Rangers in the first quarter. And the Lobos are trying to respond. Quarterback Gerardo Gandara on 3rd down, trying to convert. He's going to find Andrew Palma, but he's about 5 yards short, and the Lobos are going to be forced to punt. Rangers in the red zone again. Quarterback Carlos Rojas finds a wide open Armandariz for another touchdown. That would make it 20-0 Rangers. The extra point was blocked, and Riverside just continuing to pour it on. Rojas is going to have a play action over the middle to Izzy Garcia, who's going to drag a defender, break a tackle, and he is gone. All Riverside in this one. They take it 57-3. They improve to 6-1 and keep those district hopes alive. And after that game, I took a long drive down south to San Elizario to watch the Eagles take on the Bowie Bears. I got to this game at halftime with the Bears up 7-0. And this was a slow game, but late in the third quarter, the Bears started to heat up. Derek Montañez gets the handoff on 3rd down. He breaks a tackle of his own, and he gets into the end zone easily, and that made it 14-0 Bowie late in the third quarter. They're looking for their first win on the season. But after a great kick return, the Eagles are going to strike back. Quarterback Nathan Rios breaks a sack, fires a deep shot down the field, and an incredible back shoulder catch made by Javier Salais to set San Eli up in the red zone. And on 4th down, the Eagles need a big play to stay in the game. They toss him back to Salais, and he's going to throw it to a wide open Freddie Garcia for the touchdown. A little trickery there. San Eli gets within a score, but Bowie would be the one to pull away late in the fourth quarter for their first win of the season. Congrats to those Bears. They take it 27-12. So some good football all around. I also want to say this is the first time all year I've had a game start at 7 p.m. with the sun fully down. So that's my unofficial start to football season, even though it's 8 weeks in. BH, back over to you guys.
Yeah, thank you very much, Rishi. And he was definitely the road warrior today, all over Mountain View all the way to San Elizario. That's a trek there. Yeah. But Thank you very much,
Shout out to Rishi. Well, one other game to talk about in District 148 was the Irvin Rockets taking on the Austin Panthers. Both teams entered the game 3-1 in district play. Now, the Panthers' run game was on fire to start the game. As running back, we're going to see Roberto Flores. He's been on fire all season, you guys. And he was also a sweep play winner, I remember.
Exactly.
He ran all over the defenders. Flores would not be stopped as the Panthers would take up the whole first quarter. The Rockets started fast, trying to take an early lead. Quarterback Dallas Medina throws a bullet to his wideout Marcos Gonzalez for the first down. Now the Rockets defense forced a massive fumble here in the red zone, stopping the Panthers from taking the lead. Carrying that momentum, the Rockets, it's going to be Medina. He's going to call his own number as he rushes the middle of the field for a first down. The Panthers strike with the rocket downfield to their quarterback, Andrew Andujo, for a massive gain. And Andujo then he's going to do a quarterback keeper here. He's going to take it to the house to double the score and take a 14-0 lead into the half. And Austin shuts out Irvin 28-0.
Another good win for those Panthers.
Yeah.
And head coach Eric Pichardo.
Yeah. They've been on one. Go ahead. You take over.
We want to remind you that you can watch the Borderland Blitz on the KVIA ABC7 CTV app. It's been a long night. It's okay.
It's okay.
It's available on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV. You can rewatch the Borderland Blitz if you want to relive all the action, or in case you missed it, you can replay it as many times as you want. Still to come on the Borderland Blitz, we're going to check in with District 158 Division 2. It was homecoming night for Del Valle as they played host to the Horizon Scorpions. We'll also check in with the first place Andress Eagles taking on the Burgess Mustangs tonight. Also, Chapin paid a visit to the Blue Turf in Caño and of course we'll head on over to Las Cruces for a district showdown between those in-city rivals Oregon Mountain and Centennial.